Volcarona is a Pokemon that is amazing at so many things, ranging from its support to offense and even its defenses. Today we'll be talking about how a Pokemon can excel at everything, and what sets Volcarona apart from everything else. Before we begin, I just want to say that you guys picked the topic of today's video, so if you want to see me cover any topics in specific, make sure to subscribe and I'll do community polls more often. Anyway, Volcarona is an amazing Pokemon, but we need to understand what makes it so good at each individual role in order to find out how it meshes them so well. The obvious answer is its move pool. Offensively, it usually runs a setup set, with one of its many fire-type moves, a coverage move, Quiver Dance, and Protect. The reason I didn't specify which move it likes to use is because of how incredible the options are. For the fire move, our options are Flamethrower, Overheat, Heat Wave, and Fiery Dance, depending on what your team needs. On offensive Volcarona, Overheat is usually off the table, since you want to keep your Quiver Dance boosts. On the other side of the boost coin, we have Fiery Dance, a move that has a 50% chance to boost your special attack after using it, but with a 10 base power decrease from Flamethrower. The thing is, the current competitive format is ruled by respectable special bulk Pokemon, such as the Sylvester Charlodon, Dragonite, Goldengo, Electabuzz, and even Kingambit. Along with Terra and weather conditions, such as rain or snow, it can be a struggle to knock out these Pokemon, so that 10 base power actually does make a significant difference. Point is, Volcarona has many options for stab moves, depending on how you want to use it on your specific team. For the coverage move, offensive Volcarona usually likes to run either Terra Blast, Bug Buzz, or Giga Drain, depending on the Terra that you want. As you can see, Volcarona is a very customizable Pokemon, even being different from other Volcarona filling the same role. Unlike Maushold, which usually has 3 set molds depending on which role you want to fill, Volcarona can pick and choose its moves even inside of its specific role. Defensive Volcarona is the same principle, with moves like Rage Powder being necessary but having customization on Terra type, item, and other moves. So, why can only a few Pokemon do this? Well, it all depends on the stats. That might sound like a cop-out answer since everything relies on stats. That's part of the reason why Pokemon like Tinkaton aren't used. They don't do enough damage, or really anything, to be worthwhile. However, some Pokemon with really bad base stats, like Vivillon and Pelipper, are still used. Why is that? As it turns out, stat distribution is the other part of this puzzle. Vivillon, for example, has absolutely horrible bulk, but it has pretty respectable speed and a usable special attack. Because of this, with moves like Hurricane, it can actually do respectable damage and outspeed a large chunk of the format. Vivillon is clearly made to be a Focus Sash user and abuse its really good move pool and really great abilities. The idea is that the distribution of really poor stats can lead to a Pokemon being usable. But what happens if you have good stat distribution and a good base stat total? Well, that's Volcarona. Volcarona's HP is decent and it has below average physical bulk, but everything else is really solid. It has a very good special attack stat paired with decent special bulk and good speed. The real key here is how you invest the EVs. Since Volcarona can boost itself with Quiver Dance, you don't really have to invest in its speed or offenses, since it can get to +2 relatively easily. This allows you to invest more EVs into HP and physical defense, allowing its respectable bulk to become very good. But how does this tie into the other Volcarona sets? Like I said before, Volcarona has decent special and speed stats, and its physical stats are lackluster. However, with support Volcarona, you aren't going to be clicking Quiver Dance. Instead, you click Rage Powder, which has priority, so speed doesn't really matter as much. You can use your Terra to become more defensive to common physical or special moves, and invest your EVs into the stat you didn't pick. For example, I'm worried about Sneasler. I can run Terra Poison to get around Dire Claw, but now I'm weaker to Goldengo Shadow Ball, so now I can invest my EVs to survive 3 hits. To summarize, Volcarona is a really strong Pokemon that excels at many roles, making it one of the best Pokemon in VGC. It has the potential to work as any role, which is very rare, making it a great choice on many teams. Thanks for watching!